something I thought of that I hadn't really considered was when you're I was listening to the intro of the game while I was getting set up here. And while you're while you're in, and it's playing some classic themes or some very very Zelda-esque themes, right? Like da 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 da. I don't know if that's from anything else. I feel like that's just from this game. But it got me thinking about your time spent in Hyrule Castle. And in all those cutscenes, they play a lot of classic themes. They play when the Triforce forms together, when you're walking around the castle itself. It all sounds very big. It all sounds very epic. But then there's this air of like the tone of the songs is very different, though, to what you might remember from all of the other games that preceded this one. Because the themes and all those other ones are very like adventurous, very sweeping, epic kind of tones, like very very larger than life kind of themes. But the renditions of all this music, all these themes, when you're down there in Hyrule Castle underneath the ocean, it's almost like mocking. Is how I want to say. It's almost like the themes almost seem like they're mocking the memory of Hyrule and mocking the memory of the royal family and Ganondorf and Hyrule Castle. Like the themes all have this like, is belligerent the word? Like a belligerent air to them? Hostile and aggressive? Hostile and aggressive. Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe a little bit hostile. Not so much aggressive. Maybe a little bit hostile, but just like a very mocking tone to them. And I think that's like a nice touch, right? Because you're wandering through basically a tomb, right? Hyrule, the land of Hyrule, is basically an underwater tomb, an underwater grave. That is that makes it's like the music itself is making a mockery of all of those old memories that we had there, as if to call into question their importance anymore, their relevance anymore, and it's almost like it's mocking people like Ganondorf. It's like it's mocking a guy like Ganondorf who is trying to preserve this ancient. He has this like ancient vendetta against a royal family who has all but died out. He's calling some random girl who happens to share that bloodline Zelda, even though that's just not her name. She shares no memories or knowledge of those times. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have the King of Red Lions, who is desperately recruiting young kids, basically, in an effort to combat an old evil that nobody in the ocean seems to even know about. Isn't that another interesting thing, though, right? Nobody in the ocean nobody else, except for a very select few people, they acknowledge that weird things are happening. They're acknowledging, like, oh, some girls got kidnapped. Oh, there was a big bird. Was there really a big bird, though? Like, I don't know. That seems far-fetched. Oh, but the girls are back. And then they don't care anymore. Nobody in the world seems to be aware of how dire things are for them. Kind of like in Majora's Mask. Although in Majora's Mask, everybody eventually accepts the fact that like death is around is around every corner. Like death is on the horizon, literally. But in this game, even though an ancient evil who is seeking the destruction of everybody in this world is out there, and he's like inching closer to his goals, despite that, nobody cares. Nobody has acknowledged his existence. Nobody in this world, as it stands now, knows of anybody called Ganondorf, knows of his importance or his past. Nobody knows of the royal family. Nobody knows of an ancient hero called Link, or an ancient princess called Zelda, or the King of Hyrule. Nobody knows about any of that stuff, and nobody cares. And so when you get down there, and it's like the game itself is mocking these like classic themes and stuff like that. It's mocking the grandiose nature of standing within the halls of Hyrule Castle once more. I don't know. It all creates this strong sense of, why are we, like, what is the importance of these things? Well, nothing. The importance is only what each individual makes of it, right? Which, you know, is kind of what this game was all about, right? The original Zelda test footage, when the GameCube was being released, showed a very hyper-realistic, very classic-looking Zelda demo of Link fighting, like a tech demo of Link fighting Ganondorf, and it very much harkened back to Ocarina of Time, which was, you know, the classic, which is a very classic Zelda kind of adventure. It has become the face of like what a classic Zelda adventure looks like. And so how interesting that this game is a Zelda game that the GameCube got instead. This is a Zelda game that the GameCube got first instead. And it completely changed everything. The very identity of this game is to subvert and to play with the idea of what a Zelda game can be, where it can take place, what the themes can be, what the visual style can be. And then this one has become, like, probably, I would say, I feel like pretty confidently you could say this is like a favorited one, like probably the most beloved one out of all of them. And I would say rightfully so. It's probably the best one. It may not, I don't know if it's my personal favorite. I love Breath of the Wild, but I mean, dang, if this doesn't just hit every mark and hit it 10 out of 10 every time, I don't know. Anyways, hi everybody. It's Zelda Legacy run. The classic series where I spend 10 minutes standing in one place, gushing about random thoughts I had, like prior to pressing record. We got mail. Last time we did the Earth Temple. This time we will be going to the Wind Temple. I don't know if you heard up there, but we heard a very familiar sound of a string instrument being played in the secret waterfall room that we discovered last time. Oh gee, I wonder who the next sage to awaken is going to be. It couldn't possibly be a descendant of the Kokiri people, could it? But first we're going to be doing some light little collectibles, collecting in a couple places, and then we're going to go pretty much straight to Wind Temple stuff, so buckle up. But first I'm getting a thing. I don't know what this could be. Yeah, I'll pay postage. That's so funny, you have to pay postage. Yo, how you been, man? I gotta tell you, you really helped me out back there at the mail center. I appreciate it. Oh. I've been trying real hard since then, but my postman skills are still weak. I just can't seem to hit 22 letters. I doubt I'll ever be as good as you, man. Well, you guys just keep trying, dude. So anyways, I've been hearing all kinds of crazy tales about you, and I figured I just had to write you a letter. It sounds like you're doing some pretty amazing stuff, man. You're great. You're awesome. You're the man. You can probably tell that I had no idea what to write, but hey, I figured I could at least do... Oh, I figured the least I could do would be to send you a letter of encouragement. So, yay, man. Yay. Go, man, go. Never give up, never lose hope. And while I don't make much, I'm sending you the wages I've earned lately. Just doing my part. Hope it helps. I was questioning how he would have heard about the things that we had been doing. But, yeah, he works at the freaking Rito post office, and all of them are very much aware of everything I do, because they're always traveling around the ocean. And I went there first, at the beginning of my adventure, so that makes sense. I'm really sorry I had to send this COD. But I guess that's the price of fame. Take care. Thanks again, boss. Oh. Well, thanks, Beto. That was very kind. Okay. First things first. We need to... Because we got 2 sea charts from the Earth Temple. Oh. We got sea chart 12 and sea chart 20, so we're gonna go get those. There's one at the Five-Eyed Reef and one at Bomb Island. So I'm gonna go get us to whichever one's closest, and I'll see you there. I don't need to teleport. Bomb Island is literally right over this way. Neat. Where is Five-Eyed Reef? Is a little bit to the west. Just gonna sail right on over here. In order to aid us in this leg of the adventure, I steeped a pot of Irish breakfast tea, and I'm and I chilled it. It's pretty good. It's not bad. Very refreshing. It's a much more heartier tea than the chai tea for sure. 2 pieces? Not bad. I think there's only 2 more heart pieces left for us to collect, if you can believe that. And then we will have gotten all the heart pieces in the game. There's only 3 more sea charts too. Wild times we live in. This is the closest. Your question might have been, well, why didn't you go get all these things while you were talking? And it's because, oddly enough, even though I record myself talking over games all the time, when I have like a serious thought that I need to express, it's like hard for me to multitask. It's like hard for me to do both. Which seems kind of counterintuitive to like somebody who has decided to do the YouTube thing. Why let your limitations stop you from doing things that you enjoy? I do enjoy doing this too, which is always good. Man, game's coming to a close though. Man, I'm gonna be so sad when it's over. Wasn't sure if that was gonna do it. Get the heck out of here. Okay, now we can go straight to the Wind Temple. And because of where we are at this point in the game, there's like really nothing I need to be too aware of in the guide, other than using it to get this Tingle statue. It's going to be in the temple. And then, you know what though? I think I will also check to make sure we have who we're missing on the. Yeah, okay, so we are like almost done with oh, there it is. I looked up, I was like looking at the spreadsheet of pictures to take, and I looked up and it was just wide open empty sea. Got a little spooked there for a second. Oh, hold on. Don't mind if I do snag me this. Yeah, as far as pictures go, it's either something we have not seen yet, something that we can only get at a certain time in the game, or something that we need to buy that we can't actually get a picture of through normal means. Yeah, no, last time we had to use the the power bracelets to get into the other temple. This time, as you can see, we got a little bit windy, so we gotta use some boots. I do love that the statue is a statue of like an Octorok, like a very traditional looking Octorok. There's actually two things we can use here. This and this. This is actually an island I remember seeing or like getting too early in this game in one of my original playthroughs, and being like so amazed at how just, I mean, going to new islands was always like always gave me a little tinge of anxiety, because I was like, because the music would die out, nothing but the sound of the ocean and the wind. And some of the islands are a little weird, you know? You never know what you're gonna get in them. Up, down, right, left, right. Wait, that actually seems familiar. What song is this? Because Naruto's theme was the intro music to the game with the title screen. So what is this? The Wind Gods area. Is it gonna be the Windfish from Link's Awakening? Are you the new hero? I do love that it's a Kakiri, with like a very traditional Kakiri that we would remember. It's great. I'm Fado of the Kakiri tribe. I know I appear to you as a child, but the eyes can oft deceive. I am a most esteemed sage. I had been praying here so that the power to repel evil would continue to be contained within the blade of the Master Sword. Yo, the instrumentation that they attributed to the Kakiri tribe at this in this game is really good. It's very I don't know how to exactly describe it. Well, with the drums, it makes it feel like, would I say like more like a bit more like Native American almost, with the kind of like, because like with this level of percussion or focus on percussion, that's what it kind of feels like. Which I guess the Kakiri were kind of like an indigenous people. They lived specifically in a forest, secluded from the rest of everybody else in Hyrule. I mean, all the people of Hyrule are sort of like in their own tribes. Like there's literally the Goron tribe, and then the Zora tribe, and the Kakiri tribe. So that kind of works out, right? That like it's like different tribes of indigenous people in Hyrule. I've been praying so the power to repel evil would continue to be contained within the blade of the Master Sword. But I was attacked by the evil Ganondorf, and this is what happened to me. You seem to be in fairly good spirits, considering you are very dead. You wish to return the power to your blade, don't you? In that case, look for the one who has the same instrument that I hold, and teach him the song you just played. Once you do, I'm certain the holder of the instrument will feel the blood of the sages awaken in his veins. The Wind Waker you hold was used long ago to conduct us sages as we played our song to call upon the gods. In those days, it was always the king who conducted for us. Please, tell the king that I will still play, even in the next world. Oh. Yeah, a much more serious, a much more business-oriented Kakiri than maybe anybody we knew in a previous time with them, or even more so than the Koroks. Now this one's much easier. I mean, the fact that it's Kakiri and Koroks, it is much easier to. Oh, you know what? This is the only island that we don't have fish for. This is gonna be this is gonna be our last man fish of the game. I'm a little sad. It's much. It was always easier for me to link the Kakiri to the Koroks than it was for me to link that the Zora one with a harp. I'm like, who the heck has a harp in this game? It's like, oh, I guess Medley. I mean, I guess it's easy to piece it together when you're like, oh, there's only 2 other groups of people I've met in this game. Are you thinking you want to get into that cave, Small Fry? The ones that are protected by the crazy winds on that island? Okay then, let me just tell you a little secret. If you go 5 squares south, 1 square east from here, you'll reach Ice Ring Isle, where you'll find an item that'll make you heavy as stone. If you get that item, you won't have to worry about getting blown over by winds. That's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait on the water. Sorry, that's my policy. I can't go fighting evil on an empty stomach, you know. And with that, I'm off. And that's it. We filled out the whole map. No more. No more map. Well. So yeah, I'm gonna head over to the Forest Table, where we already heard our friend Makar playing a little tune. Hey, you might be wondering, hey, what are we doing here on Dragon Roost? We were literally just at the Forest Haven, which is where we needed to be. I went over to the Nintendo Gallery because I was like, I feel like I want to make sure that I got Kogoli, because after you awaken Medley as a sage, you can't get him anymore. So I really wanted to make sure that we got him, and I had remembered getting him, but I wanted to make sure it was the right guy. I didn't mix him up with somebody else. I was right. It was the correct guy. But then I was like, okay, well then I'm still missing too many people. I was like, well, there's Prince Kamali, who was actually literally right here. The guide said that you could only get him after you do both the Wind Temple and the Earth Temple. Not true. He's right there. We can take a picture of him. I have a feeling it's gonna be really sad though, because we saw him run up here at the end of right before we went off with Medley. But then also, look at this movement from Link. He's such a creep. It was Huskeet. is who we're missing. I was missing 3 stuff. 2 that one Prince Kamali, which we can get right now. 2 was the Zora Laruto, which we have to buy a picture of her. And then 3 was I was wondering who the last one I was missing, the 3rd one was. It was Heskit, who is right outside. I have him marked off on my spreadsheet, even though we don't actually have a picture of him. I must have gotten mixed up with somebody else. So I'm going to get a picture of everybody that we can possibly get right now. Oh, he has a flower. Dang, the kid's looking older. Link, you know Medley, don't you? I do. I think something weird happened to her. It stinks too, because I went through all the trouble of picking this flower to surprise her with, and now she's not around. Oh. That's... Tell me if you spot Medley, will you? Yeah, I'll let you know, man. I don't remember what happens to Medley or Makaro at the end of this game. I don't know what the implication is like about them. So, let's see, Hasket. I think that's Hasket? Or Hosket? Found standing outside of the door to the chieftain's room. Yeah, seems to be. There we go. You have returned safely. May I assume that you have been checking our post boxes? Since you left, our island has been beset by a plague of monsters, which appears after setting the sun. Oh, is every populated place? But there's no monsters in Windfall, right? Luckily, they have never come during daylight hours, so you may rest safely. Well, thanks, man. Well, that's horrifying. Anyways, so I'm gonna turn in these pictures and then we're gonna head back out. Link. Oh. My flower, it wilted. The joy on Medley's face when she saw this flower. I really wanted to see that. Medley, I wonder where she's gone. Oh, why don't we tell him? Link, he deserves to know. I didn't know his flower wilted. We were gone for like 2 seconds. I mean, he did pull it out of the ground. Flowers don't live particularly long. Okay, well that's horribly depressing. I guess I'm gonna... I'll see you when we're back at the Forest Haven. Camo, years with no girlfriend, 18. Oh, this is... It hurts because it's relatable. Ever the romantic, Camo loves to gaze at the night sky. He and his dear friend Linda were once classmates at Miss Mary's school. Interesting. Okay, well, anyhow. Okay, we're here. I had to do some checking just to make sure that we truly were up to date in the spreadsheet. Everything was as it should be. We are good. We're good to go. Good to carry on. We should be fine. Most of the pictures we still need now are pictures we have to buy anyways, so all's fair in that, I suppose. Just gotta swing right in here. Hey, buddy. Oh my gosh, his little cry of joy when he sees us. Oh, my heart. Oh, Link, I haven't seen you in quite some time, have I? I'm surprised you were able to find me here. You're wondering why I'm all the way down here? I'm practicing a new song for next year's ceremony, and I need privacy. It isn't fun if everyone knows in advance what song I'll play. What? You can hear my song outside? Really? I thought the sound of the waterfall would drown it out. Perhaps I should play a little more softly when I practice from now on. Does this help you, Makaru? Does this help you practice your new cool song? If I'm freaking creeping up on you like this? Ooh, that's pretty good though. Please, if you don't mind, keep the fact that I'm practicing here a secret. I don't want everyone to know about it. Yeah, no. Hey, I actually have a perfect place where you would be completely secluded and alone that you could continue to practice your music for next year's ceremony at. Completely away from everybody else, down deep in the dark depths of the ocean. Why, is that a conductor's baton? Link, are you a maestro? That's incredible. Are you going to conduct for me, Link? What kind of song is it? I can't wait to hear it. Please conduct. So, okay, so first off, this is not how conducting works. You don't you don't tell people what notes to play or what song to play by conducting. Conducting is in order to keep tempo or to, and you know, and the conductor's job is to sort of, you know, draw things out or speed things up or, you know, make things, you know, you play, tell you to play like more staccato, or, you know, the conductor dictates the mood and the pace of what you're playing. They don't tell you what notes to play, but I do like that at the very least, because the directions we pick while we're conducting do play different notes. They've created a world in which conductors tell you what what the conductor does dictates the song you play. I do think that's kind of funny. What's it? Oh. I don't remember. Oh, credits. I'm so dumb. It's literally right down here on my thing. I was thinking of the wrong one. I was thinking of the Earth Temple one. Does it go something like this? Strange. Why does it feel like I already know this song? Now, what's interesting about this is we're talking about descendants, right? But it's very possible that the Koroks aren't even descendants of Kokiri. Some of them might have at one point been Kokiri. They live so long, and Kokiri are such strange creatures, like spiritually, that it's not unbelievable to imagine that they, over time, each Kokiri evolved into a Korok of some sort. Because, I mean, like, what are future generations of Koroks? I suppose... Well, then it's interesting, too, that they took on more, like, wood sprite sort of forms. As opposed to being humanoid, like everybody else. Maybe... I mean, I would assume they all are just born of the forest, through whatever means that means. And then I guess over time... I guess it would make sense that they needed to... They were born with more, with more of a spiritual essence, a hardier form, being made of wood, having to live out on the ocean and stuff like that. Although, them being wood, would that really help you weather the ocean? I don't know. Well, although they all did have to go on adventures, so yeah, having a wooden form would keep them safer than if they were children who had to go scour the ocean for stuff. It's a thought, I suppose. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe, no, but them becoming Koroks would make sense, because if they left the woods, they mentioned in Ocarina of Time, like, if we leave the woods, we die. Which is why everybody was shocked when they said, Link, you're gonna leave the woods? We can't leave the woods, though. Bad things will happen to us. So maybe these new forms that the Kokiri took on when they became Koroks was a way for them to stay in a form that would let them live outside of the forest? That would make sense. It'd be interesting. We got to come back home for a sec. That was kind of nice. So that's actually the second part of the song in the intro. So the intro song to this game is both the Earth aria and the Wind aria combined, because the song starts as the Earth aria, which is the da 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 da, and then it transitions into this part in the later half of it. That becomes it's a little more subdued towards the later part of the intro of the game, the title screen of the game. That's interesting. That's cool. That's really cool. The sacred song that you've conducted has awakened me. I know myself now. I am the sage of the Wind Temple. It is my fate to return the power to repel evil to your Master Sword. Yeah, it's interesting. Medley's thing was a little bit more dramatic. I guess I didn't want to do the exact same thing. Although, I mean, I guess instead we got an amazing scene where Link and Fado both bow to a imaginary crowd of people who cheering them on, which that is lovely. That's an absolutely great little thing. And to ease the regrets of my ancestors. Now, Link, please, you must take me with you to the Wind Temple. Do we want to talk to the Deku Tree about that? Oh yeah. And because of this, Makaru is just chilling. I love that Makaru just sits on what? Like, that is the most unsafe place to be. But okay, buddy. I guess best to get this done. We can explain it later. We don't have many options. Although the Deku Tree would for sure be more understanding and aware of these sorts of circumstances than like Prince Kamali or anybody else on Rito. Any of the other Rito would be. Yeah, we're just gonna sail it. We're gonna take some time, because how often do we get a little tiny wooden boy hanging off the top of a ship? I do love that, like, him just moving around. You can hear the little jingles of like So my assumption is that the Kokiri are hollow, and like the jingling noise is like that they're filled with something. Like, I don't know, like fruits? Nuts, I guess, maybe? Seeds? Probably seeds. Seeds would make sense. So many little details that they just didn't need to put in the game that really makes it really good, though. The way the ocean rises and falls, the being able to see the wind direction out like in the sky. The fact that occasionally seagulls will just like come down and fly with you. It's very good. I mean, the weather changes. They really outdid themselves with this game. And this game is like never going to look bad. Like, I guess, you know, obviously there will always be things that are outdated, whether it's like lighting or what engine was used, or maybe like graphical fidelity in general graphical fidelity. But because of this game's art style, like this could come out now and I would be down. Like it would still be amazing to look at. Oh, I was like, man, what's that massive island off in the distance? Have we been there yet? It's freaking Windfall. Yeah, we've been there a half a dozen times. Nothing to see there. Now, what I will say is I don't know why this game has any slowdown, though. That is something I will say. I don't know, maybe my Wii U is, like, a little painful. Although the way this game renders in islands when you get closer to them would be a pretty easy indicator of why that could be a problem. I will never be able to snipe things out of the water like I do in this game ever again. I'll never be able to do this. Just absolutely killing it. I used to have so much, I mean, I've said this a dozen times, I used to have so much trouble though. Like I cannot stress enough how much trouble I used to have getting things out of the water. Link. As was the case with Medley, I have no doubt that Macau 2 has some special role to play in these events. Discovering that role is your duty. I'm certain that by cooperating, the two of you can overcome the dangers and pitfalls of this temple. Look at him waddle around. Now, Makar has, from what I remember, he has less options of what he can do. But, I mean, look at... But look at this. Look at him jingle around. It's like I've got loose keys hanging off my belt. It's so funny. Oh, wait. The boing. You're kidding. I can bump into him? Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Okay, alright. Let's focus up. Oh. Yeah, so I guess the Earth God's lyric and the Wind God's aria, it's kind of like a duet. It's like you play them together and they make one full song. Which makes sense. Whew, another massive hole in the ground. Here we go, buddy. It does make sense. Oh, you know what this music immediately reminded me of? It had the same otherworldly vibe as the Sky Temple in Twilight Princess. It also obviously reminds me of the Forest Temple theme in Ocarina of Time, which makes sense. I do like how the vibe is immediately different. Like the Earth Temple was way darker; it felt more like a tomb, and this feels like this feels more like a temple, like the iconography and stuff. Ooh, a little bit. It got a little sinister there for a second. You could hear it peek in. Cause it doesn't feel initially. It doesn't feel. It doesn't necessarily feel malicious here, or like there's danger here. But then the harsh violins, which stick out compared to the rest of the instrumentation, they kind of like stab in really quick. Right there, and then it plays a nice little like flute melody, like a pan flute. Okay, well, you know what to do here. It's not immediately apparent. Oh yeah, I remember what to do. I can do that. But as you can see, we've got wind. Oh, we both got dude mans. Oh, I one-shot him with it. You one-shot them with arrows? Hot dang. Makaro, I need you. So yeah, Makaro has... Well, no, Makaro has a unique use. So he can't help us. He can't help us fly like Medley can. Like we can't hang on to him and fly over stuff. Like he can't support our weight because he's way smaller. But he can still fly himself in the usual way. But then also what he can do, this is his unique thing. Medley had her harp, reflection. Makaro could plant giant freaking trees with the goofiest faces. Also, moving him around is a lot different. The music also kind of reminds me of like Pikmin 2 music. Of like strange... like a strange mix of sounds that don't necessarily... Oh, crud, really? Just right off the bat? Oh, crud. On the backswing. Jeepers. Kinda nasty, these guys. Hey, Makaro. There we go. So he's heavy enough to press down buttons. I'll take your word for it, game. Okay, there we go. It obviously makes sense that we're going to have to use the Korok Leaf a bunch. 'Tis the spirit. I mean, it's literally called the Wind Temple, so having to use the thing that we need wind to fly with makes a little bit of sense, at least. Now, I remember Makaru getting kidnapped a bunch in this temple. Yeah, I do like how the music is mysterious. There's like notes of a sinister intention here, right? But it's implying that like this place isn't wholly malicious, like the Earth Temple. Hold on. I keep pressing the wrong button. Oh, 2 arrows take him out? That's not bad. Hey, Makaru, come down here with me. Where are you keeping all these seeds? Oh, maybe that confirms my theory that Makaru is just full of seeds. Like all the Koroks are just filled with seeds that jingle around inside of them. And hold on. Let's do. Okay. Oh. A familiar target on the wall. Okay, so I know what I need to do with that, but later. Looking forward to the Game Awards today. They don't start till, I think they said 7:30 p.m. Oh, I need to check that again, whether that was Eastern or Pacific, because I'm Pacific. If it's 7:30, that seems a little crazy. I don't know. I remember them starting like midday, I thought, but who knows? Who's to say? Always excited. I like how the Game Awards are only exciting for reveals. Like nobody, I don't feel like anybody actually watches or cares about them for like the actual reward part of them themselves. Could be wrong. Oh, that's what I remember. Makaru! No! Oh, jeez! Well, that was Makaru, everybody. That's it. That's all she wrote. No more. No more. The baby boy's dead. Oh, that's freaking Cali Demo songs. You don't say. Oh, thank you. Oh, they suck the juice out of you. You can hear them start to tweaking. That's awful. Okay, so we saw our baby boy get lost and pulled into the Shadow Realm. So we gotta go this way now. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of verticality on this one. My boy! My baby! Link, I don't want to go on this adventure anymore. Everything's awful. I know, Makaru. This is what I've been dealing with. For weeks now, this has been my life. The stone that blocks the entrance seems extremely heavy. The only way you could move it, Link, is if you were to become as heavy as the Great Deku Tree himself. If only the Great Deku Tree were here to fight right now. Yes, if only the... You know, I remember when I was a kid, I thought that implication meant that I needed to get the Great Deku Tree to come here. Which is ridiculous, but... You know? Oh, the bomb slid off of one into the other one's mouth. That was freaking lucky. Not too bad if I do say so myself. Okay, don't worry, Makaro. You just stay right there, bud. I'll get you. Okay, clearly nothing we can do yet. What I need is a map and a compass, because I'm gonna need to. Still so good spot to get a lot of pictures of enemies that if you haven't gotten a picture of a lot of these guys yet. I have pictures of all of the typical dungeon enemies, the special enemies, and mini-boss enemies. The mini-boss for this place, you can only get... So the mini-boss for the Earth Temple was the Stalfos, which you can get whenever. The mini-boss for this place, there's only one of it. It is the only time you could ever get a picture of it. So I actually need to make sure I have my photograph out, and I need to remember to do that, because if I forgot to get it, I would be extremely discouraged. It would be kind of a huge bummer. Come here, ye bastard. Oi! Oh. Oh, I got crushed, I think is what happened. I think that's the game's way of making sure I don't, making sure you don't get stuck forever. How silly. Oi. How far away can I do this? There we go. Oops. Thank you. Oh. Suffered enough brain trauma. Link, that's... You gotta protect yourself a bit. Okay, that reset that. I need Makaro for that. I think this might be one of the most extensive dungeons in the game. Well, and what I also like about it is the same thing I like about the Forbidden Forest. Is that it, like, there's a lot of natural stuff about it. Cause see, like, you can see, like, this is all temple that was built, but then you can see it was built into like a cave system in this mountain. So I remember they said that the Earth Temple and the Wind Temple both had like high enough points that peaked out, so they're both built on top of mountains, presumably. More than one arrow? A chest that's just hanging out in the open right there. That makes me feel like these are going to be surrounded by thorns. I guess not. I'm honestly surprised. I was like, there's no way they just put a chest out here in the open, right? There we go. Okay. Only 3 floors. Oh, but this one, instead of having 2 basements, it has a second floor. Which doesn't make sense because we entered from the highest point. We landed on the first floor. How would there be a second floor above that? Oh, it's not a very big one. Still don't think that makes sense, but I'll take your word for it. Give me some juice. Juice. A little bit of juice. A lot of bit of juice. Like how we got some flying puzzles. Kind of reminds me of Whoa. These the arrows have a bit of an arc to them. There we go. The way these platforms and stuff work and these gates work, it kind of reminds me of Miko Harbor, Super Mario Sunshine. Now, a Mario Legacy is something I fully intend, or a 3D Mario Legacy is something I fully intend on doing. When they announce another Mario game, which who knows when that's going to be. I would assume one has been in development for a while, because they added that extra bit to the end of 3D World, the Deluxe on the Switch, Bowser's Fury, and it was really, really good. And it made me feel like, ooh, this feels like it could be what a new Mario game would be like. Big open zone that changes every time you collect something, but you stay in the zone, you don't get booted out of it. It felt like a marriage between Odyssey, where you just go around and you don't get booted out of the world, you just collect stuff all around the world, and Sunshine, where Sunshine in 64, where collecting items would change what you do, or rather would change the world. You know, that's what I always liked about Sunshine, is that every time you collected something, you go on to a new episode where like something new was happening in the environment. It's like, that was always really cool. Oh, that's what Makara is. Oh, I see. Oh, we're back in this room. I understand now. It's a good thing we got those pots. However, much like how I'm not including Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, because those are in the spirit of, because even though those are technically 3D games, they're in the spirit of 2D Zelda games. I would not be including 3D Land or 3D World, because, for the same reason. Oh, wow, okay. Well, didn't mean to do that, but happy accidents. Hey, you know, like Bob Ross used to say, happy little accidents. That's all they are. Oh. I think we do just need to drop all the way down, huh? Well, because what we need is the item to this dungeon. That's how we get Makar out. Which is kind of a bummer. That kind of means he's, like, gone for half the dungeon then, right? Like... Sorry, bud. Not today. You're not that guy. Yeah, I wouldn't include 3D World and 3D Land, because it's like, yes, they are technically 3D games, but the design philosophy, the way they play, the way they feel, is more in line with the 2D games. So I would include them with the 2D games, because 3D World and 3D Land is an evolution of those games. It doesn't really feel like an evolution of we could probably just use a hammer to smash these, but I have so many bombs. Oh, these don't blow up these. Okay, never mind. Hammer it is. I guess they're like, when else would you use the ham? Oh. Okay, am I... Oh, no. Am I misremembering? The endless abyss above me? Oh, okay, wait. Is it... Were the bombs in the wrong places? Oh, do I just... Okay, just had to be very specific. Sweet, man. But yeah, and I just don't, like, same thing with this game. I don't think going from this game to Phantom Hourglass and then Spirit Tracks in between, like, I don't think shoving those games in between Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, or playing Phantom Hourglass after Twilight Princess, or playing Spirit Tracks after Skyward Sword or before Skyward Sword, that just doesn't, that wouldn't feel right. And yeah, part of me is like, well, I'm not much into those games as much as I am like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, but it's like, but that's because the reason for that, oh, I see, I could have landed on spikes. Oh no, I couldn't have. Why are the spikes down here though? What is this madness? Okay, I understand this to a certain degree. This seems like a really easy puzzle, though. I don't really know what all these spikes sitting around are for. But yeah, but it's like, but the question is, well, why don't I like Phantom Hourglass as much as the other Zelda games? Well, because it doesn't play like these games. It plays like a 2D game, and I do like 2D. Like, I love Link to the Past. I played the remake of Link's Awakening, and that was amazing. But I don't like them as much as I like the 3D Zelda games, because they're just designed entirely different. Small key. Oh. Hallelujah. What is this for? Well, it seems to me that something else would be spawning in here. Oh, we do have the compass now too, which is good. We all good, because there are 2 sea charts we need to get, which might be the last. Well, no, we have like 5 more sea charts to get in total. I don't understand. Oh, could these guys have spawned if... Would these guys have spawned if we had fallen down a different thing? Did I just pick, like, the right hole? I don't understand. I don't even know why there would be 5 of these things. Oh, it is different. I see. So yeah, we probably need to kill all the enemies in here in order to get that other chest to spawn. I'm not too worried. I feel like we have plenty of chew jelly. Like, how much chew jelly do we have? Not that we ever really go get potions. We'll probably grab a potion or two before we go to the final area in the game. But like right now I'm sitting on double soup and 2 fairies and some water, some stagnant water. Let's see, spoils. Yeah, we have 70 green jelly. Yeah, I'm not too, I don't think I'm too worried about that right now. But yeah, so it's like, I think 3D Land and 3D World, I mean, I've 100%ed both of those games. I might even go, I mean, I've even gotten all the, in 3D World, I've gotten all the stamps, I've gotten, all the stamps, all of the green stars. Oh, hold on. Your boy needs some arrows. Oh. I got all the stamps, I got all the green stars, I got all the tops of the flags. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't beaten, like, the super superfluous thing to do, after you've done everything in the game up to that point, is that they tell you what, no? Clean? Nobody? Good to go? Okay. They tell you what characters you've beaten which levels with, which that one would take super long. That's the only way I have not beaten that game. Oh, I see. Just had to do. Oh, we just had to break them all. Just had to like unlock all the enemies in here, I guess. Very interesting. We have like 43 red chew jelly. Only 8 blue chew jelly. But that's because that's like the good stuff. Although I think it's just the equivalent of like... Well, I'm pretty sure it's just the equivalent of like soup. I think it's just like slightly worse soup. Oh, okay. That's one. That's good. We need, we get sea trout 35 and sea trout 5 here. So, one more sea trout to get. So, we're doing good with that. Once we get it, I don't need to get every single chest in every single area. But, that's good to know that we got that much, at least. Oh, need to bust out the camera. This is gonna be mini boss. Ooh. Oh, this looks, gosh dang it. I love, they did such a good job with the HD version. Oh, and quickly, before we get into this, to finish that thought, yes, I would need to get, well, I wouldn't want to play 3D Land and 3D World, because even though I like both of those games, I think they're pretty good, I don't like them as much as the 3D games for the same reason I don't like Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks as much as 3D Zelda games, because the design philosophy is different. 3D Land and 3D World are both extremely they both have extremely segmented linear levels, much like the 2D Mario games, where it's about there's a path to get to A to B, to get from A to B. It's not like an obstacle course. It's not like this huge environment that you get to like jump and wahoo all around. I would put a hat in time into a 3D Mario Legacy run before I put 3D Land or 3D World into that, you know? But here's the thing, if I did a 2D Mario, much like if I did a 2D Zelda Legacy, I would include Phantom Hourglass in Spirit Tracks. If I did, Phantom Hourglass would only be weird from a narrative perspective, but that game is kind of like on its own. That game kind of functions on its own. Even being a sequel to this game. If I did a 3D Mario, a 2D Mario Legacy, then yeah, I would include 3D Land and 3D World. They have they have 3D in the title. They're technically 3D environments, but it's not the same thing. The dreaded sound. Toucan Sam. He's back with a vengeance. Love the headdress though. Whoa. Okay. I need, before I do anything, I need a picture of... Good. Okay. I don't need a picture of the Dark Nut. Oh, I didn't have my sword out. I forgot you can't do the reaction commands without your sword. I'm getting screwed up. Oh, he punched me in the face. He's using his iframes. Oh, his helmet. Hold on, I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay, there's no messing it up. I got a picture of this guy. This is your only opportunity to get a picture of this guy. You have to get him now, or else it was all for naught. Oh man, the effect of him summoning enemies looks crazy in this version of the game. Ooh. Just like that, not even a special defeat or anything. He's just dead now. And it's obviously, as you can see there, it does not take a lot to kill him, too. And he only exists once. It's kind of crazy. Now all we need to do is make sure that we do not mess this up. Also, the hook shot. I do think it's cool that you get like rapid fire classic items in order to do the last two dungeons, which are you got to remember, every other dungeon we've done up to this point is a surface world, a new dungeon in this land. The Earth Temple and the Wind Temple, these are both actually in Hyrule. We're in Hyrule right now, technically. We're just like in a cave system. They're just built into mountains, which is how we were able to access them above the water. But that's why it makes sense that like we need the power bracelet and the iron boots, and then when we're in these dungeons, we get the mirror shield and the hook shot. It extends, it retracts, it latches onto things. What a cool invention. Hookshot is definitely one of the coolest things ever. I hope they have the hookshot in some capacity in Breath of the Wild. I think it would work. I'm gonna save really quick. Part of me is like, oh, maybe I should go run and just turn in this picture right now since it's a really vital picture. I'm not gonna touch the camera until we need to turn it in, and then I'm gonna be extremely careful with it. To title screen, continue. Oh, whoops. Why do I keep... There we go. There we go. They really did desperately try to give us more uses for the hammer, but it really just... I really just don't see a purpose for it. Can it kill these guys in one shot? Oh yeah, it can hit them through their leafy shield. But what's really cool about this, is that, oh yeah, gotta do a lot of hookshotting now. I don't know if this goes the length of the long shot. There is no long shot in the game. It's just the hook shot. Cause like the Majora's Mask one just shot us like as far as it could possibly go. Oh, right, you can pull their leaves off. Brutal. What violence is this? Huh. Doesn't go that far. Unless it does. No. I feel like I gotta go this way. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah. There's a cool combination of things you could do with the hook shot and the iron boots. Because if you remember, Makaro said, "Oh, we need something as heavy as the Deku Tree to be able to pull this thing down." It's like, well, we can become something as heavy as the Deku Tree. All we need is to get all the way up here and not fall down. Because if you fall down, then oh dang, you severed the thing and you pulled them to you. That's pretty brutal. Aha, here we go. Pop the boots on. Oh, ow. And they come right down. Hey, buddy. Now my first thought, a bit of a call of the Abyss moment. My first thought is to throw Makar all the way down this hole. You say it right there, Makar. Because I think I need to. Not out of malice. I think I need to do that. I'm not a monster. But yeah, what we can do is now we can pull all of these things down. I don't know if there is a reason to do that. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what the reason for like pulling these things down are. Other than the fact that you can do it now. Yeah, I think, sorry Makaro, I think I gotta toss you down that hole, bud. No, Master Link, don't do it. Go on, Makaro, get it. Oh, sorry. I meant to say, get in there. It is interesting, though. I mean, like, obviously with as much overworld stuff as there is to do and explore, it makes sense that there are less dungeons in this game than there are in, like, Ocarina of Time, per se. But it is funny how they kind of rapid fire give you, like, 4 items. And it's, like, back to back to back. In order to make up for that, I think. But I don't know, I mean, it's hard to say that there aren't plenty of things for you to do. Or that you can do. Okay. Well, now let me take a quick moment, look at a map, and see what... I actually don't know what the next best course of action is. Whoa. Oh, can we get much higher? So high. I don't... not really... doesn't really feel as good to sing Kanye lyrics anymore. I'm pretty sure it was Kanye, right? Yeah, I don't know. Are these just goodies? Are these just like, yeah, it seems like these just drop some simple goods. Holy crud. On the second floor. Okay, hey Makar. I think I might need you. I'm not sure, honestly. Whoa. There was those things turned into grabbers and they freaking took Makar's head off. That's so messed up. There we go. Not bad, not bad. There's that thing we need to open up. Huh, this is like one of those few this is like the only dungeon in the game where it does kind of leave me guessing where I need to. Holy crud. Oh. I know what to do. Bombs. Did they not blow up the crystals? Really? It's crazy. How about this? Well, I somehow got one. No, I guess there's really only one way to do this. Why are they all moving towards Makar? That's messed up. Leave my baby boy alone. What's even this though? Small key? Didn't know I needed a key. Okay. I guess that's good to know. Well, there are 2 rooms on the first floor, which I think I'm gonna have to go there. Dang, with Medley, it was kind of like you needed, I felt you kind of ended up feeling like you needed to keep Medley with you the entire time, but with Makar, I kind of feel like I just want to leave him and go get, and there's just like things I need to get done myself. But, you know, I might need him. I might need him, so let's give the boy a chance. I mean, for Pete's sake, though, right? They do just sort of like leave him, like they kind of remove him from half of the dungeon, you know, to start with. Cormier. Oh, right, this room. This is where you got taken by ghouls. Like, I think the hookshot could probably latch onto the trees I planted. Oh, I thought you were just freaking out because a wizard is going to try to murder us. Makar, I'm freaking out. A wizard's trying to murder us. Look like toucans, sound like turkeys. Because I see where the boss room is, but of course we can't forget the boss key. I have often in these games gone to the boss room without getting the key first. Dang, son, you don't move too fast, do you? Yeah, it's like the game has, oh, hookshot direct counter to these guys. Very nice. How about some? Interesting. Oh. Grabbers. Yeah, this dungeon has like Forest Temple theme, but then it has like the twinkly little flutes that kind of make it feel like it represents the Kokiri / Koroks. A little bit more of a brightness to it. I kind of want to take care of these guys, but there's no good way to do it from this distance. Okay, Makar, Operation Don't Get Got by the Ghouls. I could grade and go for another tree. And you know I gotta. Huh. To ghouls! Don't worry, my friend. Dang, you're getting your socks rocked in this dungeon, Makar. I don't know why Medley... Well, they gave Medley such an easier time. You know, it is interesting how much they kind of, like... They do focus on the idea of, like, Link gaining companions. More so than, in this game, well, like, more than any other game, but then also, like... Because in the first two dungeons are focused around... they both have something to do with, Medley and Makar. And then you... I see you, hand. I know what you're about. What are you playing at here, game? Huh? What do you want about? Oh, God. Oh. But if I send my baby boy up there, he's gonna get grabbed. I don't understand. Alright. I'll try. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Again, like I mentioned, when I played this game when I was a kid, Makar got grabbed all the time. I was constantly having to go back and save him things. Seemed to be good though. But yeah, I mean, the first two dungeons centered around having Medley and Makar in them or about them in some capacity, and then the last two dungeons are the same. It's interesting. Wait, is this just a loop back around? I mean, we got a key, I suppose. Oh, okay, this does more than just... Okay. I was about to say, I was like, what was the point of doing this exactly? No, there was a reason. A good, clean-cut reason. Okay, so Makar... Now I think... You can just wait down here. No ghouls? No ghouls. Open that up. Shortcut. And then you should be good. Let me go and see about... Whoa. The boy is running out of juice. I might have to, nab me some... Oh, timed perfectly. Remedy. No magic. Oh, game, you gotta give me some magic. Game, Holy crap. Oh no. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I know what we're doing now. Gotta do this all again. You thought. Okay. Oh man, this is like the way. This is like the version of the game to play, honestly. Oh. Oh, we did need Bakar. Oh, that's probably where the boss key is. Then where would? Oh, maybe the last sea trout is on the very bottom. Okay, okay. Can we reach Bakar from where we are right now? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go grab Bakar again, and then I will magically appear back right here after we've done that. I totally forgot about this. Come on, Bakar. Oh my gosh, okay. You would not believe. Macau does not control great. I'm gonna be honest. He is a funky little boy. It must be said. Criminy. Like, having to move him forward and back, and then if he gets caught in the airstream, he doesn't have enough control over himself to be able to get out of it. It's kind of brutal. Also, I'm glad I looked up the time because it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It's 4:30 Pacific. So I was about to just totally miss the Game Awards. But I still have like an hour or so, so I can at least finish this dungeon. All right, my boy. Oh crud! Oh crud! Wait, that's a guy. Thank you. Ah! My body. Oh, got him from behind. Whoa. Ah, just kicked me in the back of the head. Whoa. That was a different kind of parry. Ooh, it's looking like a maroon color. Interesting. Yo, they didn't have They didn't have dark nuts in Breath of the Wild, in the first Breath of the Wild, did they? Oh, I hope they bring more freaking classic Zelda enemies back. That'd be great to see. People keep saying, "Oh, I hope there's a trailer for Tears of the Kingdom in the Game Awards," and I'm like, what else do we need to see? I know they haven't shown us like a lot of gameplay and stuff, but like, do we need a lot of gameplay? Or do we like how much do you really want to see before the game comes out? Game comes out in like somebody said 155 days, which sounds a lot worse than 5 months, to be honest. To be completely fair, to be completely honest, yeah, I don't know. Ow! I really misjudged the. Oh my gosh. Okay. Really misjudged the timing on that thing. Jeez. I got a moment of a brief glimpse into the future where I got hit by that one too. Okay, now we go straight down to the abyss with us, Makaro. Ahoy! Nice. That actually worked out. Oh, yeah, we did need another key. I didn't actually check this thing. Oh, wait. Oh no. Did Makaro get teleported to the top that we were at? Crud. Fall, Makaro. Fall like your brethren before you. Hey, buddy. Hello. I just feel like Makaro gets way more abused than Medley did in the temple we did with her. Oh my gosh, that guy hopped around way more than... Oh, freaking the music stings while you're attacking people are on point. It's so cool. Oh. Makaro standing over here like, Link, you killed that guy. Had to do it, Makaro. It was me or him. Yeah, come on, Morg. Come here. Yeah, come on, bud. You will be spared for as long as I can. Yeah, that was kind of a brutal. I didn't think I was gonna get that off in time, but like. That was pretty brutal. Little skirmish. Being able to freeze those guys and then smash them with a hammer. It's kind of intense. It's a little intense. There's like one more enemy, right? Because this has the last chest in it. But the question is how we're supposed to make that chest spawn. Oh, you don't say. Oh no, we had to come up here to do that. What? Well, okay. Well, how do I? How do chest spawn though? Oh! Oh my gosh, that guy got rocked. Oh, okay, so I just need to remove all these heads? Yeah, they figured they're hiding moblins. Well, I mean, goblins. Oh, do I have to kill that guy? My morgue? Oh, I did. Oh no. My friend. My one true friend in this world. Screw you, Makara. My one true friend in this world, and I had to kill him. I had to kill him for loot. In the arms of a morgue, you cry in the arms of a morgue. Oh dang, we got 2 more pretty huge rooms. Alright, chumps. Who wants to party? A lot of fighting in this dungeon too. This is definitely the most combat intensive one too. Let alone just like large one. Like the rooms in this one are way bigger than. But that was the last sea trout from what I could see. Let me see, no more chests in the dungeon? Nope, no more chests. So yeah, we're all good. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. There's a Tinkle statue. Crud, yeah. What about the Tingle statue? Here we go. Wind Tingle statue. The Kulu pose. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back to get this one. I completely forgot. Oh, he's like, huh. He's in kind of a random spot. Okay, Makara, I need you to chill right here. Stalfos is back. Why is Stalfos back? Oh. Oi! I need to press the button. Oi! It wasn't even that far up. Right direction, wrong level. Link, turn around. Link, go back. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, having to move back and forth with Makara and Link's Korok Leaf, and like having to turn them around and stuff, it's a little finicky. Oh, this room. Oh, is it down here? That's why, you know, remember I came down here because I was like, huh, there was like... Oh, I can't see the camera. Holy crud. I can't see, those ghouls everywhere. Is it right there? It's gotta be down here, right? Because, like, this is such a... This would be the exact place to put this. Because it's sort of like, well, what else? There's, like, nothing down here. This is just a place you fall. Doesn't seem like it. Huh. Okay. Oh. Oh, I was right. I was right. The Wind Tingle statue. It's sandy and kind of rough. It feels weird. It'll be waiting for you on Tingle Island. Nice. Okay. Ow. Alright. No. Pete's sake. Oh. Screw you guys. Screw this place. I feel like I've been having a rough time this dungeon. I do like the dungeon though. It's pretty cool. I think it's definitely better. I like it conceptually better than the Oath Temple. I thought the Oath Temple was pretty cool. The big, especially when you walk into the big room with all the mirrors and stuff like that. Like it feels very Indiana Jones. Dang, this dungeon's just so big though. The rooms are massive. I don't know if any Zelda games, like if they ever have rooms this large. Or as large as Wind Waker's rooms are. I don't think any other one does. Yeah, I'm glad I got the Tingle statue, because I had totally forgotten about that. I mean, you could always go back and get it, but it's like nice to be able to just get everything you need the first time through. I couldn't, you can't, that's so mean, you can't see the Floor Master from this side. I will say, I mean, like, this dungeon really does have some real partner abuse, though. Like, everything is designed to hurt Makar, knock you out of the command thing, steal him away from you, the way they put Floor Masters around. The, the gameplay with the amount of enemies and the amount of stuff that just batters you and Makar around, maybe it doesn't fit the tone, like the atmosphere of the place. Ooh, last dungeon? Oh, I understand. So we're gonna be moving slow. Yeah, screw you, Mr. Black. Who do you think you are? Now this last one, I don't think we can get it over to the next thing. Could be wrong though. We'll see. Oh no! Oh, I see. No, we need it to cover the gap because we can't jump gaps like this with the wind blowing. All right, Makaro. It's time to face our fears. Makaro! Makaro, no! Oh my gosh, Makaro's light as paper. Oh, I think I know what to do. Aha! Okay, I understand. Okay. Should be able to push this over while only being on halfway through the block. Aha! Yeah! This is a good puzzle. I like this puzzle. Because it makes you think, you're like, wait, there's 3 blocks for 3 of these things, right? But then it introduces, just introducing a simple element like there's a gap in the floor. Really makes you rethink the whole thing. Hey, buddy. Yeah, good dungeon. Good use of many different things. Using the boost, using the hook shot, using the leaf, using the command song again. A lot of simple. I will say, I think it is, you know, it is a bummer when there aren't many dungeons in your Zelda game. Cause like Ocarina of Time has so many, and then Majora's Mask only has the 4. I don't really count the moon. The moon feels like a. Cause all of the sections in the moon feel kind of gimmicky, you know, like. Well, like the Zora one. I mean, the one that was supposed to be like the Great Bay Temple. It's literally just a guessing game. You just have to guesstimate which directions to go to, and that's trial and error. And it's like, well, that doesn't feel very. That's not really a puzzle, right? That's just luck at that point. A luck and a little bit of memory game. Oh, you didn't say. Break this with the hammer? Oh, wow. Yeah, I do think it's a shame, because like Dragon Roost, the Dragon Boost Caverns don't feel too like it's good. I really like the temple. I like the vibe of it. I like the narrative behind it. I like what you do in it, and the boss is cool. It's a really good temple, but like it's not very there's nothing too crazy in it. It's a very simple, very quick temple, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense because you it's the tutorial. It's basically the tutorial dungeon. It's the first dungeon of the game. The first dungeon of all these games typically are usually pretty simple, in order to, like, you know, be a kind introduction to the very concept of what dungeons are, how they work, what you do, the general process of them, right? But I mean, I wouldn't trade the way this game is, the state of this game. I wouldn't trade that for the world, because this game is really something special. All right. Gonna take a quick pause, and then we're gonna go right in here. Alright, let's do it. You stay right there, Makar. I got some demons to expel. Master Link, no! I like how you can kind of hear the wind in the distance. Or was that a bit of rumbling? Hard to tell. Hey, you know what? No demons though. Maybe we're gonna have a first time in a Zelda game. At the end of the dungeon, there's not a boss. Obviously, that's not true. Now, what I can say, and what is still true to this day, this is one of my favorite boss themes in any Zelda game, period. Countered only by one other one in Skyward Sword. Now, we fought some large bosses, but this is one, the largest, and then we actually have to face him head on. He's not limited in movement. Oh, he's got these little worm guys with him too, who I guess we don't need pictures of? I don't think, no. The guy didn't say anything about needing pictures of, oh, jeez. Wait, that counted? That counted as a picture of Mulgara? Oh, you know what? They're probably included in his, with his trophy. Okay. Yeah, I'll save it. Yeah, that counted. Maybe they both go towards the same thing? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, crud, I forgot he flies. It's so scary. This is probably my favorite boss in the game. Between the music and just like the music, the arena, which also is falling in line with the being the largest. Oh. Oh, you know what? I think I like this song for the same reason I like all the music in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It really does feel like environment theme in that game. Oh, got some slowdown though. The system's trying to render sand in real time. Oh, almost got eaten alive. That's fine, that's fine. Only almost. And that's it. I had to go a bit slow for that just to appreciate the theme. It's so good. Great boss, great dungeon, great music. Hooray, I did the murder! Ooh, we're gonna be standing on the spawn point. Hopefully we don't get booted before we get to pick up the thing. Oh no, we barely outside of it. Okay, don't touch anything. Don't move. Okay. How unlucky it'd be. I mean, the fact that we landed this close to it is kind of astounding. And now that what that means is we only need two more heart pieces. And then we have all the hearts in the game. Look at that. Only one off. Alright. Time to send off our good friend Makar. Master Sword has returned. Its blade once again houses the power to repel evil. The sword of the one true hero is revived at last. Link, I have fully restored the power to repel evil to your Master Sword. And my ancestors are most satisfied. I shall continue praying to the gods here. Link, please step into the light and return above ground. May the winds of fortune be at your back. Yeah, I mean, there's so much in the game about, you know, tradition, appeasing your ancestors, doing it, but at the same time, it's like, from where Link and from where Tetra stands, it's like Tetra has the direct link to the old bloodline. Link is attached and linked to nobody. He is essentially a free agent. He has taken it upon himself to fill in the role of being a hero. But he's just some kid. And I think that presents a very interesting dynamic here of being confronted with other people's traditions and other people's ancestors. But Link has nothing but, has all the freedom in the world to carve his own path in this story. So that's going to be interesting, you know, to keep in mind as we enter the final phase of the game. Dang, that part. And I haven't pretty rough week or couple days. I don't know. Part of it's like, I think a lot of people I've heard get down when it gets close to the holidays. I guess I always kind of have, even though Christmas is my favorite. It's my favorite one. It's my favorite time of the year, and I still feel that. Things change, though. We used to have our own traditions. My uncle used to come up a week or 2 weeks early in the first week of December before Christmas. And we used to go get a tree. We used to actually go cut it down too, was the thing. There was like a tree farm around here that would let you actually cut them down. You'd go find one that you like. And when they're more natural that way, sometimes you get, a couple years, we got some goofy trees that looked really nice before the car ride home, and then you set them up and you're like, oh wow, this is a nightmare. But like it would have that pine tree smell, and they'd make a huge mess, obviously, and sometimes they'd break your ornaments, but it was, it was what we did, and it was really fun. But eventually they stopped doing that because of just cost reasons. They upped the price of getting those kinds of trees because they would just make them for you. They'd have them already set up with stands, already cut down, already set up with stands, already wrapped up, and you would go grab one that way. So we eventually we stopped doing that. Also, my uncle couldn't come up as much, so we stopped doing that. And it, trees. It's just trees, but it was our thing. That's what we did. My uncle also used to come up early, and then on Christmas Eve, this is a nightmare thing to do. I would not recommend it, right? But on Christmas Eve, we would go run around like chickens with our heads cut off, trying to go get my mom. He would take me out to get presents for my mom. Obviously, I was a kid. I didn't have any money, so he would he would let me go pick out the presents, and then we'll go find the presents with me, and then I would wrap them myself. But we would say they were from me, and that was fun. And we'd go out and get food, and that was always great and fun. But as time has gone on, you open your eyes to more things, you realize more things about traditions, why some traditions started to begin with. I learned that, a lot of the time spent with certain family members, not him, but certain other family members during the holidays were out of pure chance, somewhat out of spite almost, you could say. And they just sort of continued despite what would have been best for the mental health of some other people. And so some of our traditions have changed. Thanksgiving, we went out. We went to, what was it, Sizzlers? It was bad. It was really bad. That's what our Thanksgiving meal was. And it was okay. It was fine. I guess all that to say, and it hit me really hard. Yesterday I kind of broke down a bit, started crying. I was talking to my mother, and I was just saying, the holidays don't feel like the holidays anymore. They don't feel the same, and that makes me, and I said sad, but then my brain said angry, and then I just broke down because Because I don't know, like it dawned on me. Like I found the word to put in that I could finally have that release. Traditions don't they don't last forever all the time, you know? But that's okay. The holidays don't feel the same anymore. That's true. There's no changing that. It's still my favorite time of the year though. I still get to try and get meaningful, great things for the people I care about. I still get to spend time with the people that I care about. Change doesn't mean bad. It just means different. You know? I guess that's kind of the thing I'm trying to, that's the idea I've been marinating on for a while. Who knew this game was going to be so relevant? The timing is oddly impeccable, but I think that's like the magic about games, right? Is that you find the right games at the right time. I mean, well, not even just game stories, right? You find the right story at the right time, and it changes you. It changes your outlook. It changes your way you view the world. That means a lot. Oh, but then watching Makaro play with Fado, and then like the song starts and it's chipper, and then it just becomes this huge, upbeat, beautiful song. One that I've heard dozens of times, and I never pieced it together. It's like, it's the main theme of the game, right? It's the song that plays at the beginning of the game, both the earth and the wind parts of it. And they're songs that have been carried down from one generation to another. And it sounds different when Medley and Makaro play them. But then when you hear their parts next to Laruto and Fado, it makes it whole. That's kind of the thing, right? It's like things are changing with new generations. Things don't look the same. Things don't feel the same. Things don't play the same. Things don't act the same anymore. The Zelda adventure doesn't feel like Zelda anymore. It's different, but different isn't bad. It's really good. Things have changed, but change isn't bad. It's just different. That's all. I know it got to me almost. Started welling up a little bit hearing that song. It's a good song. May the winds of fortune be at your back. Oh. I see. So the Forsaken Fortress is already... Ah, like a molting snake that casts off its dead skin. That place is so empty and quiet, one can almost hear the echo of dead leaves falling to the cold, cracked ground. Why? What ails you? What? Lose the long face. The monsters are gone from the world. Doesn't that make you a little happy? Link, I have troubling news. Ganon has not shown himself above the seas since Valoo unleashed his fury his fiery wrath upon him. And what's worse, there is not a creature stirring in his base of operations in this world, the Forsaken Fortress. I cannot imagine how it is possible, yet I cannot shake this foreboding feeling I have about the Princess Zelda. Link, you must search for all of the Triforce shards, so that we can head back to Hyrule without delay.